చూస్తే రాష్ట్రపతి ప్రణబ్ ముఖర్జీకి పార్లమెంట్ సెంట్రల్ హాల్లో ఘనంగా వీడ్కోలు పలికారు ప్రధాని మోడీ, ఏఐసీసీ అధినేత్రి సోనియా గాంధీ, ప్రతిపక్ష నేతలు, ఇతర పార్టీల ఎంపీలు. 1969 జులైలో తొలిసారిగా పార్లమెంట్లో అడుగుపెట్టనున్నారు ప్రణబ్ ముఖర్జీ. 5 సార్లు రాజ్యసభకు, 2 సార్లు లోక్సభకు ఎన్నికయ్యానని, బెంగాల్ నుంచి 4 సార్లు, గుజరాత్ నుంచి 1 సారి పార్లమెంటుకు ప్రాతినిధ్యం వహించానని, సభలో మొదటిసారిగా అడుగుపెట్టినప్పుడు స్వతంత్ర్య సమరయోధులు, ఎందరో మేధావులు ఉన్నారని తెలిపారు. తన రాజకీయ గురువు ఇందిరాగాంధీ అన్నారు ప్రణబ్ ముఖర్జీ. జీఎస్టీ బిల్లు తేవడం సమైక్య స్ఫూర్తికి నిదర్శనమన్నారు ఆయన. సభలో అధికార ప్రతిపక్షాల వాగ్యుద్ధంతో విలువైన సమయం వృధా అవుతోందని స్పష్టం చేశారు. పార్లమెంట్లో అన్ని అంశాలపై విస్తృత చర్చ జరగాలని ఆకాంక్షించారు ప్రణబ్.
Indian parliamentary system rolled out. Honorable members, when I first entered the portals of this hallowed institution 48 years ago, I was 34 years old. In July 1969, I came to the parliament as a member of Rajya Sabha, representing one of the 6 seats from the state of West Bengal. My election to Rajya Sabha took place on 4th July, and the first session I attended was 22nd July 1969. Honorable members, since then, for the last 37 years, I served as a member of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Of these, I served 5 terms as member of the Rajya Sabha, 4 times being elected from West Bengal and 1 time from Gujarat. And 2 terms in Lok Sabha. My long career has been instructive and educative. I entered Parliament at a time when the Rajya Sabha was full of experienced parliamentarians, leaders of the freedom movement, many of whom were brilliant speakers. M.C. Chagla, Ajit Prasad Jain, Jairam Das Daulatram, Bhupesh Gupta, Joaquim Alva, Mohavir Tyagi, Rajnaran, Dr. Bhai Mohavir, Loknath Mishra, Chitto Basu, and many others. An early lesson of acknowledging my mistakes and rectifying them. Self-correction in such situation is always a better option than self-justification. I realized how disruption hurts the opposition more than the government, as it denies them the opportunity to raise the concerns of the people. I internalized the sense of what Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru had said, and I quote, "There has always to be a balancing of change and continuity. The system of parliamentary democracy embodies these principles of change and continuity, and it is up to those who functions in this system, members of the House and the numerous others who are part of this system, to increase the pace of change, to make it as fast as they like, subject to the principle of continuity. If continuity is broken, we become rootless and the system of parliamentary democracy breaks down." Unquote. Honorable members, I experienced the joy of the enactment of pro-poor and pro-farmer legislations. The recent passage of goods and service tax and its launch on 1st July is a shining example of cooperative federalism and speaks volumes for the maturity of Indian Parliament. To be a part of this system is a unique experience, and I am grateful to the people of this great country for giving me this opportunity. I had the privilege of being a witness and a participant in the unfolding scenario of emergence of a great India, an India where 130 crore people belonging to three major ethnic groups, Aryans, Dravidians, Mongolites, practicing 7 major religions and 122 languages in the daily lives, live yet under one constitution, one flag, and one administrative system. Honorable members, not a single part of this vast territory of 3.3 million square kilometers of landmass and islands is unrepresented in the Parliament. 543 persons from 543 territorial constituencies of this country, representing the people in Lok Sabha, and 245 persons elected by 29 states and union territories, including 12 nominated members by President, make laws, scrutinize orders of the executive, and enforce accountability to protect the interests of the people. Each of these 790 voices is important. It is unfortunate that parliamentary time devoted to legislations has been declining. With the heightened complexity of administration, legislation must be preceded by scrutiny and adequate discussion. Scrutiny in committee is no substitute to open discussion on the floor of the House. When the Parliament fails to discharge its lawmaking role or enacts laws without a discussion, I feel it breaches the trust reposed in it by the people.